I finished my laundry and piled it all up, carried a bundle of laundry out to my truck, and on the way there was a guy standing in the middle of a room which was maybe 10, maybe 12 feet, maybe 10, about 10 feet wide, meaning that if you're standing in the middle of the room, no one else can use the room because you're not 6 feet from anybody. If you follow that guideline. So on the way out, actually a little earlier, I was on my way to put the laundry into the dryer, and this guy was standing not in the dryer. I had taken my laundry out of the dryer, and I'm looking for a table to fold stuff. So the first table I found is right at the end of the row, and this guy had his coffee on the folding table, and he was just standing there on his phone, and I went, what the hell? I walked past him. I got to go by like maybe 3 feet away. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal to me because I still feel that the 6 feet is a very conservative distance, and probably we're safe at 3 feet. So I wasn't too worried. And I walked by and put my laundry in the dryer, and then came back and I walked by to fold my laundry. So then I folded my laundry, and then I came back, and this guy's in the middle of the room. So I walked past him, probably 4 feet away this time, and turned around and said, "It's hard to walk past you if you're in the middle of the room." Now, I didn't say it like that. I don't know, I might have had a little bit of angst in my voice. Anyway, then I came out to my bus and put my clothes away. Then he came out screaming at me because I had said that to him. And I said, he's screaming at me because I was rude. And then I said, okay, so what should I have said? He said, well, excuse me, sir, can you get out of my way? Which is not at all what I needed to do. I didn't need him to get out of the way. I just wanted to let him know that he was in the middle of the room. Anyway, so we screamed a little bit. Then I started my bus, and then he came out with a pair of jeans. The jeans were, I guess I dropped them or didn't pick them up or something. Anyway, so I thanked him for the jeans and then drove away. I just wanted, the only reason I'm telling you about this story is that I find it kind of strange that people get upset when you let them know that they're, kind of not paying attention. Or, basically, the thing that frustrates me is that people get angry at others for how they said it, when in fact, they're angry at them, in my mind, they're angry at themselves for having to be told something like that. And yet, I can be sitting on my phone doing stuff. I can be kind of oblivious to what's going on around me. And, sometimes I've almost walked into people. Of course, I'll say I'm sorry if that's the case. But what I'm trying to get at is that frequently people simply blame the messenger. The messenger is, in fact, no matter how he says it, if I had said, "Get the F out of the way, stop standing in the middle of the room," that would be very rude and intentionally rude, and he might be upset at me for being rude, but in fact, the real message is that he's standing in the middle of the room not paying attention. And that's not something that's like a bad thing. I mean, people do it all the time. So, but when they're reminded, they go, "Oh, yeah, okay," they fix it up, right? Now, how these messages that are delivered makes no difference to me. I just don't get how people can be, have their instant reaction is to blame the party that brought them to this realization. And yet, I don't even think the guy did anything bad. He just had his head in the phone. And I just pointed it out to him. Anyway, so we have this aggressive yelling match for a minute. And you know, now I'm down the street having a coffee. But I just thought I'd mention that. My own perception is that when people are sort of discovered doing something that maybe they shouldn't do or they weren't thinking about, and then they harp back at you for telling them or for the way in which you tell them, I don't think they have any grounds whatsoever. You can be as rude as possible. If the person then realizes that he's made a mistake, he shouldn't care how he got the message. He should be happy he got it. I don't know if you understand that, but people being sensitive about, how would I put this? I don't think there's any way in the world that I could have explained to that guy that he wasn't, you know, had pointed out to him that he's in the middle of the room. I don't think there's any way in the world I can do that without him being upset. Now, like I said, maybe I had a bit of angst in my message because he was in fact in my way a couple of times, more than once. Once when I go to fold, and then when I come back he's in a different spot, but still in everybody's way, not just mine, in anybody's way who wants to get by him. Anyway, enough of that. I don't mean it to be a rant. You know, he brought me my pants back, so he's not a bad guy. I don't think that he was, I never thought he was a bad guy, except that he got very upset with it. And that sometimes, you know, I don't know why I have to go out of my way to be kind and polite to somebody that is, to teach somebody something new. In fact, I don't. If I'm too kind and too polite, I don't think the people learn anything. Anyway, I'm gonna finish. I don't know if this video will be finished. I've got 6 minutes of this sort of little rant, and anyway, maybe we'll add some more to it later on in the day. Maybe there's more for me to add. Right now it's about 4 o'clock. I'm having a coffee because I was uploading the video, the last video that I made today. Anyway, talk to you let's see what happens. Well, I like to keep my videos at about 10 minutes, and it appears that I've got 10 minutes of video. So that's going to be it. That's a good night. Thumbs up to you for watching my video, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, if you give me a thumbs up, which is a like, that helps other people to, you know, it helps YouTube to present it. It kind of encourages YouTube to present it to more people. If you make a comment, and especially in this kind of video, there's going to be people who comment and say, "You're a jerk." And then there's going to be others who say, "Yeah, I can't figure out why people are so sensitive." And then there's going to be others that have some other comment. It really doesn't matter, because sometimes I am a jerk. I don't care. I really don't care what people think of me. What I would like a lot of you to do is subscribe. I get lots of comments that say I should have more subscribers, but people aren't subscribing. Anyway, have a good night. Thumbs up to you. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.